Did we get popped for jamming Hammerfall through the whole podcast on repeat?
You know, these dicks have such a great sense of timing. They're horrible, but they have a great sense of timing.
What do you mean?
They fucking never put out their shit up against anything of note.
God, why would they?
Well, why? Yeah,
because it would be
indeed.
easily overshadowed.
Indeed.
I mean, Killswitch has a new one out, and I'm fairly certain they're going to get more CDs bought than Hammerfall will.
Yeah, but still, it's Hammerfall. They did the same shit last album release. They put it out when it was like, oh, God. Yeah, I don't remember what podcast number it was, but you can go back, and it was. We had to lead with like, well, here's fucking Hammerfall.
Here's Hammerfall again, and this is new shit. I know it sounds a lot like the old shit,
every song
but it's
sounds
new
the
shit.
Same. It all sounds the same.
First Hammerfall song I ever heard was Bloodbound, and it was because I heard it on that Guitar Hero clone I used to rock on my computer.
All right.
Bloodbound. It is a great jam, great fucking jam if you're playing a mock guitar along with it. But I will never listen to Hammerfall like while reading a book.
They're the power metal equivalent of fucking Insiferum. It's the same. It's like warrior music. Hey, let's all go gather up our armies together and go kick somebody's ass.
Can you really sing about anything else though in that musical style?
No, you can't. What are you going to fucking sing some love ballad?
Tyr kind of pulled it off.
Like 1-2 tracks maybe.
Yeah.
What, Evening Star, I think, being one.
Evening Star, which is still, in my opinion, the greatest song they ever put out. Lay of Our Love is good, too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know, and even Insiferum has got the fucking exceptions to the rule. I mean, Burning Leaves. Almost any time that they have the chick sing. You know,
right.
It's probably going to be kind of a love ballad kind of a thing. And they would always try to give her that one token song. Like, here you go. You know, let's throw her a bone, and then we're going to get back to doing the same shit we do, a bunch of weird fucking Viking, but warrior music, you know?
The old chugga-jigga-wugga variety.
That's it. It is. It's the exact same fucking rhythm, song in, song out.
Yeah. It's a hard... I mean, the latest Tyr album kind of escaped from it a little bit. Maybe not escaped, but added more shit to the pot.
I think it musically got better, instrumentally got better. Fucking vocals are the same. It's the same.
There's nothing you can do to make those vocals different.
Apparently that guy...
Because they're already pretty fucking different.
That is a one-trick pony, and by God, that trick is getting driven to the extremes.
You might want to go the Yari Menopause route and only not... Keep playing guitar, but just don't sing live anymore.
I'm only here to do part of what I used to do.
The rest of them be sitting on a stool looking cool.
But anyway, yeah, Hammerfall's got a new one out today, lo and behold, so there you go.
Take that for what you will.
We're on the fucking countdown. It's hard for me to get really motivated.
2 weeks.
2 weeks till Fear Inoculum gets
2
released.
weeks.
And the closer we get, the more full of fear that I'm... Well, I want it to be the
Inoculated
greatest...
with fear, per se?
I want it to be like one of the greatest records of 2019. What is this, 2019? Yeah.
I think so. Still, I think it still is.
And it will be. It's I've read a couple of reviews now, and both of them very positive, which is fine. Because I would be a little angry if something was negative. You know, it's like, hold on, motherfuckers. Nobody else has got a chance to listen.
Yeah,
yet.
that's a slippery slope, man. Once you start seeing the overall opinion of others.
Yeah, so
because it's going to piss you off no matter what.
I'm pretty sure I'm just going to avoid every review from now on out.
Yeah.
And wait until the 30th. You know, which is the unfortunate thing. I got to work that day and I got to work that evening. But I've slated my time. I know exactly what my schedule is on Friday the 30th of August when that album drops.
Yeah. God, I might have to do the podcast by myself that day.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Damn.
Oh, fuck. We've done one every week for like almost 3 years. We can fucking probably let one go.
What do you think? Take a break?
Yeah, we'll split the difference. Figure it out. No.
We'll let fate and the dice decide.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I consult my dice for every big thought and step in my life.
Except sheep entrails. But
matter of fact, check this shit out. See, I ain't lying. Got a goddamn D4 on me right now.
All right, you weirdo. All right.
Well, this is actually a part of that fucking ancient set. Now I'm only missing one die, which is the D20.
Well, it's always fun to get started on talking about four-siders. Yeah. Cool, man.
God damn it. I forgot it was jabbing my thigh.
Yeah.
Pointy
like a
little
set of
bitch.
Keys. Yeah. Shit, man. I don't know. As a result, what we were talking about, so Fear Inoculum on the 30th coming out, I'm I'm beside myself with joy and trepidation at the same time.
That is it's a very invigorating pair, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Because they're always at odds with one another.
Yeah, and everything I've heard so far has blown me the fuck away. And I've heard 3 tracks now.
Yeah, we've heard the one studio and 2 live. Two shitty live versions.
I mean, there's not
that the version was shitty, just the way we were able to listen to it was
because somebody recorded a concert. You got all these idiots. It's like, what? Do people show up to a Tool concert to talk? Really?
Apparently, to talk and to look at the concert through their phone.
Yeah.
Because they want the views, bruh.
Yeah, but it was
views.
So actually, the tracks, the live ones that I already like, I've already kind of blown away by. Man, putting the thing out in like the fucking high quality that they crank that shit out with, it's gonna be mind blowing. I
mean, my God, look at the special edition they're putting out. I mean, it's coming with a TV basically.
Yeah, a little 4x4 HD.
It's a 4-incher with two watt speakers.
Yeah.
So it has speakers.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that's clearly an Adam Jones
thing.
Well,
the 10,000 Days one was also really cool. It had the viewfinder thing, and all the pages in the booklet were kind of like 3D things of that artwork that's so prevalent in Tool shit.
Sure.
The special edition, and I'm shocked it's only $45.
I wasn't going to throw on it. I am going to throw on it.
And that's something for a collection.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how many more Tool special edition albums are there going to be?
Well, or just leave some words out of that fucking question. How many more Tool albums are there going to be?
I think that question is easily answered. I think the answer is none.
Yeah, that's the thing. This might be the magnus opus of a fucking band that's been around for 30 years just about.
Which also poses the question. We were talking about this yesterday. I'll pose it to you again. Does that mean they need to tour?
They don't have to. That's the thing. They will, but they don't have to. Unlike almost any band in the year 2019, you put out a record, you tour in support of said record, and and then you just sit back and count your money. These guys don't have to do that. They don't.
Right.
They will. Only because of the fact, if you look back and you'd had a point, they fucking play Red Rocks every year. They haven't played them in 2019.
Anytime they're in Colorado, they're playing the fucking Red Rocks.
So
APC, it has to be a fucking Maynard thing.
Yeah, maybe.
That is just a really gorgeous place from what I've seen. I mean, everybody films DVDs there. It's so nice.
Yeah, well, because
even APC did.
The natural acoustics of that fucking place are just crazy. But, and so I thought, okay, plan B. So say they don't do a tour in the end of 2019, but they do in early 2020. Well, hey, guess what? 2020 is going to be a fucking awesome year.
I think it's going to be great.
It doesn't pull off my bucket list just because they didn't play in a timely manner to suit me.
Oh, no. That just means they're on the list.
Yeah.
And when they show up, so will we.
Yep.
Have to. Fucking have to.
We, Mead Metal MMA podcast, get together to talk about 3 things we dig. Hope you dig, too. Apparently you do if you're listening still.
Thanks for listening still.
How's your week?
God, man, I feel like I have nothing to bitch about work-wise. As a matter of fact, I got what is basically the Congressional Medal of Honor as far as hospitality goes today.
All right. They raised you up to minimum wage?
No, they've actually frozen all raises until that minimum wage hike goes in.
So then you can get minimum wage. Good.
Yeah, then I will be making minimum wage once again.
God, so fucked.
Yeah, I know. The system is shit, but we're all bitches, and it's a shit sandwich, and everyone's got to take a bite, and I just got to take a bigger bite than everybody else. But a letter came to the hotel, a fucking handwritten letter from this guest who talked about a positive experience she had, and named me personally. So basically, this woman, who I remember her well, she was drove a huge ass Greyhound style bus, but she was handicapped. She had been hit by a drunk driver many years ago and was paralyzed, but has finally gotten some use of her legs. However, they're still incredibly weak. So when she's there, I always see her because she pulls her bus up when she's about to check out. I'll grab a chair from the lobby so she can come in and sit down while I get her paperwork ready. Offer, she wants a snack for the road, a cinnamon roll or the like. And apparently she enjoyed her experience so much, she actually wrote a letter.
Damn.
Like not like on the computer and print it out. Fucking handwritten letter. That's what impressed me more. People don't do that shit anymore.
Right. No, they don't.
And just wanted to like basically let everybody there know that I kick ass. I'm like, hey, it's all right.
Do you have like some coworkers going, hey, how come they didn't write one about me?
Because y'all are assholes. That's why.
Yeah. Well, that's the common, workplace thing. People don't want to really bust their ass to get really recognized, but yet when somebody else does, like, motherfucker, I work around
I do
here
great
too.
shit too.
Yeah.
Instead of using it as motivation to maybe, do their jobs.
Right.
Because that's all I'm doing is my job.
Yeah.
That, and I'm a fucking human being as well. Now, if you have a backpack and a bicycle, you're going to be treated very differently.
You'll find a very frosty reception.
Oh, yes. Something you won't want to deal with. How was yours?
I'm in the same boat. I can't. Things actually really, really went really well this week, across a variety of fronts: the work front, the personal front, everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
had one like weird thing, and it turned out it's just it was a mistake on like one of the utilities part. Like, ooh, you got a water leak? And I'm like, no, I don't. Yeah. So, and it was just because they've got a flunky working for them. But I other than that, I cannot complain. I mean, I had a really late night last night and a really early morning today. And I got to grab myself a little 3.5 hour nap or whatever, and go to work.
Those are usually the most beneficial too.
Yeah, but
kind of makes you just want to stay asleep.
I love being able to start my weekend at 9 a.m. on a Friday.
Dude, I'm glad you're able to get the fuck out of there at 9. They have your ass working a fair that's not even in this town.
Yeah,
till like 11 almost.
I mean, actually, I guess by the time I got loose ends done, it's about 9:30. But still, fuck that. I mean, now, granted, what did I do? Pissed it away by coming home and going to sleep. But
that's the sleep of the just.
Yeah,
sir.
Pretty much. So, but other than that, no, it's been everything's been fucking positive. Since last time we checked in, really.
That's fun. See, I mean, I know people come for the rage usually, but it's been less and less these days. That should be a good thing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I think we should use this time to talk about a topic that has really intrigued me over the past, I would say, 3 days.
Sweaty balls.
He might have sweaty balls. I'm talking about Michael Douglas.
Oh, okay. The old weird creep married to Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yes. Yeah, the one that got throat cancer from eating bush.
Yeah, the man that tried to save all men on planet Earth by going, no, don't do it, boys. You're going to get throat cancer like I did. You stop going downtown.
I mean, I know HPV is a hell of a thing, but nah, it's worth the risk.
Yeah,
I'll take the risk. But I'm talking more about his line of work. Now, I went down this rabbit hole at work of Michael Douglas movies,
right?
And I think I have my top 3 Michael Douglas movies. That's a tough list to actually really think of if you think hard about it, and Fatal Attraction is not on it.
No, it shouldn't be. Wow. I'd go, what the fuck was that Wall Street one?
Falling Down?
No. The wall. He played Gordon Gekko.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's called Wall Street. Yeah.
Wall Street.
Wall Street, I'd have that in there, Romancing the Bone, and, God damn, maybe Falling Down. Yeah, maybe.
Falling Down. Well, basically the ones on my list are Falling Down, Romancing the Stone, and War of the Roses.
Oh, yeah.
War of the Roses is so fucking good. It's hilarious. I mean,
that's the Danny DeVito one, right? Or was that the one with...
No, that's with Catherine Hepburn.
Hepburn? Yeah.
No,
or was that with Dennis Leary?
Kathleen O'Hara. Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner Overdrive. Turner. Yeah. Because there's also Romancing the Bone.
Yeah. Basically, it was them again in it.
But then that the one was a husband and wife. They're going to get divorced, and they had a fucking burglar break in and make them kind of deal with shit.
Well, it was something. It ran along the lines of they fucking hated each other.
Yeah.
And it was all about who was going to get what and who. But then apparently they were going to get something by staying together. But as soon as Michael Douglas whips his dick out and starts pissing in the soup in front of everybody.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. I was confused on the movie, but...
But I think and an honorable mention to Ghost in the Darkness, where he was that fucking trying to hunt down that lion. That was a good one. But my favorite's fucking Falling Down, man. That movie is just as true today as it was 35 years ago.
The guy clearly plays a pretty good unhinged dude.
The 80s and 90s were great to Michael Douglas. I don't know what he's done post, like here in the past 20 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
But man, 80s and 90s, you were going to be treated right.
It's bugging me now. Oh, The Ref was what I was thinking of. Never mind. That wasn't.
Oh, that was Dennis Leary.
Yeah. That was what I was thinking the War of the Roses was about, but no.
Oh, no. However, The Ref ain't a bad movie either.
Yeah.
The premise is kind of bullshit, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of good.
There's another one where there's a couple that fucking hated each other and shit like that, and they had to kind of come together because of Dennis Leary's fucking burglar character that held them both hostage.
Kevin Pollak was in that, wasn't he?
Probably.
The mighty Kevin Pollak.
Yeah. God, Michael Douglas has done so much shit. I brought up his wiki page and went, hey, let's take a look.
Did it crash his shit?
Yeah, he's fucking been in everything. Everything.
Of course he has. He's Michael fucking Douglas.
Going all the way back to 1966. But you're right, yeah, the 80s. The 80s were his shit. The Romancing Stone was an 84 movie. Wall Street was an 87 movie. War of the Roses, 89. I mean, that was his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they were all, he was funny and fucking maniacal all at the same time in a bunch of these fucking movies.
Falling Down, 93. Yeah. Ghost in the Darkness. I forgot he was fucking in that because he wasn't the lead character.
Wow, it was Val Kilmer was the lead role in that, I believe.
Right. Dude, yeah, that's kind of an interesting wormhole to go down.
Yeah, Michael Douglas.
You start looking at anything like really past about the mid-90s, though, and it's pretty terrible. Unless you're into Ant-Man, Flatliners.
Flatliners, that wasn't a bad movie. Flatliners.
No, it wasn't great, but it wasn't up to snuff of the other ones we've already talked about.
Yeah, decent enough. Oh, that was the remake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Shit. Yeah, no, it was fun. I don't usually catch a lot of live shows. I had introduced a couple of bands last night at the fair. It made me realize I'm still not a real huge fan of going to a lot of shows, but very specific ones that I kind of earmark and go, this is one I want to do. Much like Alice in Chains when they put out Rain, Here, Fog, much like Tool with Fear Inoculum. I target one and go, yep, I'm all about that shit right there, and I ain't going to let it go until I'm done seeing them, and then I'm going to move on to the next big thing. Shit last night was just kind of aggravating because one of the dudes was a diva. I mean, he moved the time around of his start time on his show 3 times, and they had an opening act.
What a shit move.
Yeah,
it's a county fair. It's the fucking Curry County Fair, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
God damn, there are places to be a diva, and this place is not it.
Dude was nice enough to me, but it was like, I knew I was like standing there shaking his hand, going, "You motherfucker, you've moved this around 3 times," based on that. Like, nope, I don't want anybody else telling me what to do.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking whores must have their trinkets, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
And vanity is one of those trinkets.
It is. Other than that, what the fuck else has gone on this week? It's just been nothing but work. I mean, and really, if people leave me the fuck alone and let me just do what I do and don't cause waves and
let you live.
Yeah, then,
let you exist.
Generally, I'm probably going to have more often than not a pretty good week. I think it also helps. I only went to Walmart once this week. That
good
helps.
Man.
That helps in a big way.
Yeah, I went for I had to go pick up some things for my grandmother's 83rd birthday last Sunday. And who do I see?
See any cunts?
Yeah, I happened to see one, the biggest one that I know, actually. Yeah, I got to see my nemesis over there. He looked right at me. I was wearing my glasses. He looked right at me. I don't know if he didn't recognize me, which is totally possible because...
Your Groucho Marx glasses or the...
I did have my clown nose on.
Yeah.
But he just fucking looked over and then looked right, just away. I was like, huh, right call, bitch.
It might be huffing glue on the job or something. Huh?
Or some stank puss he goes home to.
Oof. I found... I did have a little bit of rage this week, but it's not enough to carry over.
Oh, if you're listening, bitch! I'm coming for you.
It wasn't enough to really carry over to today. I mean, I just noticed motherfuckers in this town. It's slow enough speed limits through the middle of town as it is. It's fine. It's like 30. It's like 45 at approach, then 35 when you're getting pretty near, and then 30 down to 25 in certain parts, back up to 35. why everybody felt the need to do like 10 under. Like every day I went through town this week. And I had to go through town because these dicks are working on the fucking highway out here. So the way I usually go, that was fucking clamped down a few different days. So forcing me to come through town. And everywhere it said 25, I got behind some shit ass doing 15.
Ever since school started, I've noticed that's been happening a lot.
And I get it. People don't want to get ticketed. I'm not saying break the speed limit. I'm saying do the speed limit.
Yeah, if you just go the speed limit, everything's going to be just fine.
I don't know. Other than that, it's been hotter than fucking hell around here. I could complain about that, I guess, but I actually have good air conditioning now, so no
got a decent amount of rain here a couple days ago.
Yeah. I'm not a football player. I'm not out doing two-a-days in this shit.
Right.
101 today and like 104 on Sunday or some shit, I think. Yeah.
Damn. But then it's supposed to drastically cool down. Listen, that's fucking talking about the weather.
Yeah, I was talking about weather like a couple of goddamn old men. Might as well start selling wine coolers.
That's what we ams. That is what we ams. Well, we won't talk about wine coolers, but we will chat about a little bit of a Mead update here, which really, we're in that holding period right now. We're kind of waiting to throw them green chilies in there because we're waiting to see how the humble harvest of the Mead haul goes.
Which I'm about ready to concede and go and just buy some from Hatch. Because the ones I have out here, it's fine, but every time they start getting any size on them, the goddamn grasshoppers chew a hole in the end, and it fucking kills the pepper. I wouldn't want to use it anyway if those little fucks get their mouths on them.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that's the type of impurities we like to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. But they do. They chew a tiny little hole in the very bottom, and it kills the goddamn pepper. The pepper immediately turns red and then black and dies. Like in the space of a couple of days. I had to pull a big one off of there earlier that was getting pretty close to, where I thought maybe, just to jump the gun a little and pull one off, bring it in. No, little assholes chewed a little 2-millimeter size hole in the end.
I wish they'd just eat the whole fucking thing.
No, they don't. That's the other problem too. They leave it there as a message to me. And I can't spray more permethrin because everything will go toxic around here. 7 does nothing. My friend Heath can go fuck himself with his fucking, this 7 works great. Not really. It makes them angry for a few days. They stay awake like 2 days, and then they're back. It's starting to really, really, I don't know what to fucking do outside of just hope for a fucking cold goddamn winter that kills everything.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it rarely gets... When it gets gnarly cold around here, that means some fucking weather's foot.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll take it. It'll kill the goddamn grasshoppers. I'll take it.
Those fucks have been terrible this year. I mean, I literally can walk around outside with a tennis racket and whack these motherfuckers left and right like I was at Wimbledon, because that's how goddamn big they are. They're not going to go through the strings. I'm going to whack them solid, every one of them. Matter of fact, I might do that. I might grab my fucking old school Prince from the late 80s and just go out there and just go to town. Bang, bang, bang.
I think I murdered about 20 on my way back from Clovis.
Hitting them?
Yeah.
Running into them? Yeah.
Fucking, I thought I was going to crack a windshield on one of them bitches.
The motherfucker's about the length of your thumb.
Yeah, especially them fucking county ones.
Yeah.
That just fucking get to eat everything without repercussion.
It's a fucking plague. And, now I've tried to figure out a way to deal with them, and I was told, no, once they reach an adult stage, you're fucked, So the only thing I know to do is go all chemical warfare on them before we're even technically into spring. Well, it's all well and good for next year, but it's really kicking me right in the ass this year.
Yeah, and this was going to be the year of like a real ultimate kind of harvest as well.
Well,
and it has been.
And I took some chances on some stuff and decided to grow more things this year, and man, it is not going to pay off, I'm afraid, by the time it's all said and done.
Maybe the price you paid on this harvest will reap next year.
Well, that is a little Nordic wisdom there, so
we'll have to go get us a goat or something, offer up a sacrifice.
Yeah, or a whole bunch more kittens, because those little fuckers are straight murderers out there in the front yard.
Yeah, that's true. I see them always going after them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Finally,
keeps them in their hunting practice. So, of course, those little shits are just about full-grown cats now. So.
Yeah, damn. That black one out there is a bit of a runt.
Yeah. Well, that's the only friendly one. Actually, a couple more of them are friendly if it's feeding time. Imagine that.
If and it's feeding time.
And that fucking little prima donnas there, like, no, all right, no touching unless you're going to put out the vittles here. But so the Mead update, to get back to that, I might just have to go ahead and get a bushel bag of fucking green chilies from Hatch, and which means roast them myself, which is a pain in the ass, but the only way that we're going to get the flavor I want in there, I don't want roasted green chili going in there. I think that fresh green chili pop is actually really, really nice.
Sure. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, and we'll probably use maybe a whopping 8 peppers. That means I'm going to be busy as fuck on the grill roasting those sons of bitches. And, well, or we just put them out on some black fabric with as hot as it's been. And fucking
I'll put them on my dash.
Mother Nature just roast them herself, you know?
Yeah, I'll just fucking put it on my dashboard.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's about the only meat update we've got going right now. I mean, I am targeting some other batches that we'll be doing coming up over the fall, but it's a little early to jump into those yet.
I want to wait to do the Holly King editions to the point where we can actually control the temperature a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're doing okay now, but it has been fucking hot.
I mean, the house has been exponentially better than it even
been great.
used to be.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But I'm a little worried about anything that's going to require us to pitch some yeast, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if the shit's in the 80s, we good.
Yeah.
And usually into September, that's when it rocks.
Just waiting for us to fucking finally actually get into something that is not upper 90s and into the triple digits. Not that I'm bitching. I know there's people out in Phoenix going, hey, motherfucker, we get 115 out here every day.
And we'll go fuck yourself.
Well, there you go. That's why you live there and I live here, because I don't want to put up with that shit.
Enjoy your shit. Enjoy hell.
I mean, you know, I could live down in Louisiana and fucking never get above like 90, 97, 98, but I'm going to deal with fucking humidity 100% every day.
You deal with your ball bag sticking to your leg every day.
All the time. To where then it looks like you've had like weird like fucking work done or something.
Yeah, and who wants that?
Or been involved in an industrial accident, like with like weird little things that kind of mirror your ball bag on the inside of your thigh on each side.
Like the Copenhagen imprint on the ass pocket.
Yeah,
you have that on the...
Just like that.
Oh, that's a good turn.
Mead update. That's the mead update for the week.
Well, here's where we normally chat about some good old metal times.
Got LJ this week, and if it sounded like I was busting his balls last week,
it's because you were.
I want to go on record of saying that really I was only just busting his balls last week. Nothing. He'd got one of his buddies Braxton to do the a rundown, and it was great. Our problem was we had to air it outside of our normal, because we have to keep our time. Our time is very specific because we're trying to keep a certain quality level,
sure,
and we have to keep it under a certain time limit.
Yeah, we got the over-under of like 55 minutes to an hour 5. Hours wheelhouse.
Having said that, LJ's actually going to be on the show next week, so
right on.
Look forward to that. Yeah, and he'll get us his metal update next week here live on the show, and we'll run with that, but all good. But in the meantime, though, a lot of new releases out today. Low down on what's going down.
With Braxton as well.
Yo. Welcome to another metal report from LJ and Braxton.
What's up?
So we were looking at this week's metal list and we realized that it ended on a down note. So we decided we're going to read the list backwards and end on a high note instead.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is not a good entry right here, but I want to get this out of the way because my brain is still bleeding from it, and I'm pretty sure, we almost went deaf and lost our
very tough,
music.
Very tough.
God damn. All right. This band is called Uniform and The Body. It's 2 bands collaborating together, Uniform and another band called The Body. The album is called Everything That Dies Someday Comes Back. Wow.
Yeah. The album should have died and never came back.
I agree. This is our second collaboration. It's experimental, and it's experimental in the form of, like, if you're into avant-garde or whatever, then yeah, you'll like it. Ruben might like it, but, I mean, we did not dig it.
Very, very experimental.
We gave them 4 chances, and they blew every single one.
Yeah, I was like, well, maybe I'm not having my right ear on or whatever, but, geez, When they say they're experimental, 100% they are experimenting, and it might be failed. And a failed experiment.
I say they should take that one back to the drawing board for sure. Next, Twilight Force, Dawn of the Dragon Star. I like these guys.
Yeah, they're cool. They do have a different look on themselves. They're very gothic.
Very Final Fantasy-ish. It reminded me a lot of Dragon Force, but not as repetitive.
Yeah, they're actually a Swedish symphonic power metal band.
Hell yeah.
So you can actually tell, you can actually hear it in their music and the way they perform and stuff, that they're from overseas and stuff. So it's a really, really cool taste, really good tasting band.
Damn Skippy. Next, we've got Shock Narcotic. Album is called I Have Seen the Future and It Doesn't Work. Well, no shit. If you're listening to Uniform of the Body, it does not work. But somebody's going to be your fan, so.
Yeah, we were trying to find their stuff. We looked on YouTube and everything. Very hard to find. It's a very hard band to find.
Yeah, we only found 2 videos and they were live performances.
Yeah, they don't even have a lot of stuff on Google. I mean, it'll tell you that it's a band. They'll have their name and that's it. The genre is metal. That's all that they say.
Yeah, they sounded kind of like an extreme metal band.
Yeah,
but this is just 4 guys.
So
if you're into that,
maybe we're lost in this whole music, this band, but I just haven't found a whole lot of stuff from them.
Yeah, like I said, it starts on a down note and gets better. So here we go. Here's the better part: Killswitch Engage, Atonement. Now I love Killswitch Engage, man. Oh my god, one of my few favorite metal bands besides Metallica and Iron Maiden.
They are like I said in the last episode. They are a staple. Mm-hmm. If you haven't listened to Killswitch Engaged, I recommend you do so, because if you like rock and metal and all that good stuff, Killswitch Engaged should be on your list. They are a really good band,
and they've got the coolest band name ever.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's another band, Hammerfall, Dominion.
Oh yeah.
Hammerfall's name is badass. How hangs a hammer? It falls. But Dominion is pretty cool. We checked them out. They're another one that actually they sound kind of like if Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden sang in Metallica.
Yep.
It sounds really cool.
Yeah, his vocals are really, really good. He has a high range, and the musicians really fall into play with his vocals. So, really good band. They form together very well, and their music videos are really cool to watch.
Oh yeah, they clicked. Next is Equilibrium, Renegades. These guys are pretty extreme. I liked them though. Pretty good.
they were all right. Like I said, I have a different taste in music and stuff. I'll give them a listen here and there, but
I could say I could tolerate them.
Yeah.
So
it's a German folk metal band. That's probably why I'm not really getting into them, but I like their sound.
All right. Next is Devourment, Obscene Majesty. Now I had trouble finding Devourment, but they're a pretty heavy band. Like they're extremely heavy.
They are very. Well, what was that first song that we listened to?
It went something like this.
It was very staticky at the beginning, and then it had some grunge vocals to it. So, but once the musicians hit their cue, they went in and it went full on hardcore death metal.
Yeah, they're a death metal band from Texas.
Yeah, they're from Dallas, Texas.
Texas.
So I give them a thumbs up because they're just from Texas. I love Texas. So.
I'm giving them one thumbs up solely because they're from Texas. If I want to listen to death metal, I listen to Cannibal Corpse.
Oh yeah.
Nothing against these guys, but yeah, I prefer the oldies.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, drum roll please, or not, we have Atreyu. In our Wake Deluxe Edition. I love Atreyu just because of their band name, but also like their image and their sound. I mean, holy shit, I love these guys. I don't listen to enough of them.
They were a staple for when I was in junior high. When this band came up, they were the staple for sad boy metal. Because I mean, you listen to them and it's just like, geez, like all of their feelings are in their vocals. All of their feelings are in the guitar. I like their sound. It's very punky. It's very metalcore. It's a weird sound, and they're from California, and you can tell.
Nice. All right, and before we end this, I just wanted to throw this out there because I thought it was a cool fun fact. That Soleil Moon album, Warrior, that I said I was gonna buy. Well, I bought it, and we were listening it in the car. Me and Braxton were.
Yeah, we were.
And this is a badass album. It really is. My wife is in love with it. And me and Braxton were at this drive-thru listening to it, and it has a hidden track on it called 420. You have to buy this album and listen to this song.
It was crazy. I was like, what the heck is this? And sure enough, it was on the album. I was like, why is it not listed on here? They have a hidden track on there, and it is random, and it's cool, and it's fun. It's a fun song.
So get out there, buy that album, avoid Uniform, avoid the body, avoid a combination of the two.
Look, I'm all for art. I'm glad that there's somebody out there trying to do what they love, but you know there's some people out there that just cannot get into it, and I'm sorry, I am not the one.
Yeah, this band sounded like they both sounded like someone stuck their penis in a pencil sharpener and just left it in there, and it was in a recording session. All right, but that's it for this week. Take it away, Brandon and Kevin. Let's go get drunk.
There we go. That is the new release update for the week on the metal side here on the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast.
Still has that voice of an angel.
Well,
I'm gonna have him. I know, dude's written books. I'm gonna have to. If he has an audiobook version of his own shit and he reads it, I'll buy an audiobook.
Damn.
Yeah.
That guy's he's already delving into a whole lot of different shits.
He's got his finger in many puddings.
No, he's got a good voice for it. You're not wrong. I mean, it sounds like you're giving him some shit.
Oh, no, I'm not. No.
I had to look at you like, are you giving him shit right now?
I know what's easy to listen to, and I know what's hard to listen to. And especially because, like I said, I have that weird thing where I have to fucking have noise or the tinnitus fucking prevents me from getting a good night's rest.
Yeah.
So I have to have some sort of distraction noise on in the background. It just happens to be like a box fan and some audiobooks.
Let me get LJ and Joanne Calderwood to do an audiobook. There you go.
No, if Joanne Calderwood's here, I already have other plans for her. She's going to help me sleep in a different way.
Actually, that is something she could probably get into doing. She has a sweet voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
she has that Scottish soprano voice.
Yeah.
Very high, very whispery, kind of like Valentina Shevchenko. Very light, very
without that
very
irritating
floaty.
Like Slavic fucking like accent to it.
Yeah, no spit. She doesn't have to spit to say stuff. Unless she's in Brazil, then she does.
Yeah.
There was something that happened. I know. Remember when we listened to that fucking cover that Metallica did of Prince's "When Doves Cry"?
Yeah.
And people just lost their shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then all of a sudden they stopped putting those videos up for a little bit.
And we should qualify that. It wasn't all of Metallica. It was Robert Trujillo and
Kirk
Hammett. And I think the Robert Trujillo was actually just having fun and giving it a go. As soon as anybody piped off with anything critical, Kirk Hammett was out. Which kind of really, that's his MO.
Well, apparently they started doing that shit again. And while they were doing their worldwide tour, they decided to cover a Celtic Frost song.
Oh, wow. That's more
Kirk
up your
and
alley.
Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Celtic Frost is one of the fucking originals, the OGs of the fucking genre. And they covered The Usurper. So here's what Tom G. Warrior, the frontman of Celtic Frost, had to say about it. They butchered it, and it was humiliating. Why don't they leave their millionaire fingers off it? They've long lost the ability to play true metal, in my opinion. Maybe I should go on stage and do a really miserable version of Hit the Lights with like 200 mistakes to set the balance.
Yes, do that.
He continues.
Oh, goddamn.
This is completely personal, and I know probably the majority of your readers will not share this feeling, but even if they had done a fantastic job, I could puke all over it because I don't support people who go hunting bears for a hobby. I cannot respect a person like that, even if it's a genius musician.
Wow, somebody got a little bitter grapes on this shit or what? Yeah.
Well, apparently someone takes umbrage with James Hetfield hunting shit for fucking food.
Well, in which case then it has nothing to do with
all of a sudden, it has nothing to do with the version of the song. He just doesn't like them, or Hetfield.
It's I don't know. I think it's really revealing, and I mean nothing against Celtic Frost, but come on, man, say what you got to say, you know.
Yeah, but don't hate just because you hate the dude. Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
I'm starting to find too. There are some metal websites. I mean, in order for us to try to get some shit put together, once in a while, I care enough to actually look stuff up. Rare, but I mean, once in a while. I'm starting to really find out there are a few that Deadspin is a good one to go to. Loudwire is always reasonably good. I found one that is horrible. They're nothing but a bunch of clickbait bastards that can all lick this sack right here.
Cunts.
Alternative Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking thing that comes up, and I keep getting news alerts on shit I look up, right? So everything I look up is always MMA related, it's metal related, pretty rarely Mead related, but I mean, but it's almost anything I've Googled in the last week because they're eavesdropping all my shit.
Like they like to do.
And so then it's always like, oh, well, here's a metal story you might enjoy. Yeah, from Alternative Nation. And they've got, it's all clickbait shit. Here's why Eddie Vedder refuses to ever play this song with Pearl Jam again. And you open it, and it's fucking, it has nothing to do with that headline. Or it's like, Yeah, that was a cover song they did at Lollapalooza in 92, or 91 or whatever. It's like, yeah, of course they're fucking not going to play that song. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with any relevance. But every one of them. Maynard James Keenan expresses regrets over this drug use. And it's fucking some nonsense that of him, of some shit that he might have went off on somebody for dropping acid at one of his shows or some shit, or
whatever. Like that Bob Marley motherfucker comment he made on that live shit.
It's nothing. So anytime you see Alternative Nation ever come up on anything, fuck them. They're just trying to get you to click shit on their site.
Yeah, just move the fuck along.
Knock it off. Shall we get into the heady stuff of the world of MMA?
There happens. Isn't there a fight card?
Well, before we get to that, some of you listening, your boy, Conor McGregor.
C. McC. Oh, yeah, I fucking read about that.
Yeah. We can combine a couple of things into this, and that has to do with drinking, has to do with MMA, nothing really to do with metal. He apparently was some pub in Dublin. Some old man, an elderly man was there. How old this guy was, I don't know, fucking 60, 70, something like that. But nonetheless, though, dude's there, and apparently they got into some scuffle over the old man refusing to drink proper 12, which tells me the old guy was actually spot the fuck on. Because we've talked about it before here. We've given it a proper review. Proper 12 is shit.
Proper 12 is garbage.
If you don't drink whiskey and you're a huge fan of Conor McGregor, you might like Proper 12.
Buy a fucking bottle of Jameson. It is not, it's not great either, but it's better than fucking Proper 12.
Or I can say this too, definitively, that if you drink Jim Beam, Proper 12 might be a proper beverage for you, my friend. If you think Jim Beam or Jack Daniels is the shit, maybe you might like Proper 12. But if you're actually drinking anything that's legitimate, fucking anything, God, even that god-awful Seagram shit like Crown or whatever.
Just punching an old dude.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The old man refused to drink Proper 12, and so Conor goes up, man, and started, I guess, apparently struck him, according to the reports.
Do you think he's on coke? It's got to be coke, man.
Absolutely he's on coke.
It has to be coke. Because coke no longer shows up in USADA testing anymore, right? They don't test specifically for coke. It barely shows
up in anything because the coke's in and out of your system. If you pop for coke,
it
you've
metabolizes
you've
really
done it
quickly.
in about 48 hours. It metabolizes after that. Probably actually less than 48. Actually, I think it's like 36 hours. Or some shit.
the fucking shit talking for the Khabib fight, that was liquor and coke, I think.
Yeah.
But man,
the dude was kind of slurring and rushing through everything. Yeah. That guy's clearly drunk and on something.
And wasn't sharp at all, which is really the key thing. If you're going to be a shit talker, you got to be sharp.
Which, realistically, if we're being honest, we're probably not going to see that guy fight again.
Oh, fuck no. And nor would...
And number two, I don't even think... Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see it.
Don't want to see Conor McGregor in
the octagon.
What is he going to do?
Again. Well, what is he going to do? He has to fight somebody before getting any type of recognition for a title shot. And then he has to beat this guy, which... Who knows? Might be fucking Conor, might be might be fucking Cerrone, might be Masvidal. If he's wanting to stick to 155, you can take Masvidal out of it. But
there are people already targeting Nate Diaz. That fight hadn't even gone off yet. Nate's fighting tomorrow against a little cunt from Milwaukee.
God damn it! Okay, if Nate fucking wins tomorrow, I hope that they give him a pay-per-view. Because I'm fucking sick and tired of this guy talking about he's the reason why everyone's buying this pay-per-view. He's probably a good chunk of them, sure, because the guy fights every 3 years.
Yeah.
But goddamn, if he fucking beats Pettis and beats him definitively, put him on a pay-per-view, headlining pay-per-view, fucking Vegas, California, put him in L.A. And I want to see the goddamn numbers afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing about how Nate Diaz is a pay-per-view draw when it's always about the other guy he's fighting. This time it's not. It's Anthony Pettis.
Right.
But that's the last two fights were both Conor McGregor. It's fucking. I wish he'd retire like his brother.
Well, and I think that you.
I hope he's not listening. I don't want to get shot.
I think you're absolutely right. And here's the problem: is because of a lot of his fan base, I don't think they're that numerous, but they're certainly fucking loud.
Yeah, and they'll beat the shit out of you. I mean, just like Conor hitting an old man for disagreeing with his whiskey choices.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a weird thing, man. It's like a weird clannish fucking state of mind.
And if you're wanting to make that fight, finally we'll have the definitive winner in the trilogy fight of, we're at the point where I really don't like either one of them. I
hate
laugh
saying it,
at Nate. I think it's funny, but I can't take him fucking seriously. And Connor used to be funny. That guy's not funny anymore. That guy's tragic.
That guy. It's fucking watching a hair rock fucking frontman melt down in front of you.
But the UFC loves being able to put things into a sense of finality, because then they've been trying to get Jon Jones to move up to heavyweight. And Jon, rightly, has said, no, I don't fight at heavyweight. I fight at 205. You make that fat bastard Cormier come down to 205, and we'll fucking fight again. That's the stipulation. Well, and there's a lot of thought, like, I don't know that Cormier can drop to 205 anymore. That was kind of the main reasoning behind stripping him of the belt anyway.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he came in
235 and a half.
I thought that was Stipe.
They came in the same then.
Damn.
Because his last fight at heavy was 260 and a half. He cut full 15 pounds off of that.
God damn, why even? Well, I mean, you got to cut a little bit if you want to be efficient. You don't want to have to fucking haul a whole lot of freight around.
Get out of your own way. But I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah, 236 and a half, Stipe 230 and a half.
But yeah, it's pretty close on the weights now. But that's the thing. Why would Jon go up and fight in a weight class he doesn't fight in? Now, and they're going based on what Jon
would have
used
done
to
it
say.
for Brock.
Jon used to say he was going to go up, he'd fight Brock. Before that, he was saying he would go up and kick fucking Daniel's teammate's ass, and Cain Velasquez, who's now a Lucha Libre fighter.
Yeah, and doing way better, I'd like to say. That guy has more natural skill to be a pro wrestler than Ronda Rousey did.
Sure. Yeah, which Ronda Rousey, I don't know if we'll see her back again. She's taken up. What the fuck she did? She's got
doing
some
like
acting.
a YouTube video.
She's got something
It's
coming
YouTube
up.
shit.
Is it? That's all it is?
It's all YouTube channel shit.
Yeah. I have zero desire. That chick became real ugly real fast when really personality began to shine through.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck, she never took responsibility for anything. And she rarely gave fucking interviewers the time of day.
Right.
It was all on her terms. And that's not being a humble champ. That's for
No.
sure. That's what it is being the first maniacal king of a fucking weight division in the female leagues. I mean, we got Amanda Nunes now who she'll fucking talk to anybody. She's happy to do it.
Liz Caramouche got her ass kicked last week. She was the first ever to fight against Ronda Rousey, first ever female fight in the UFC.
Yeah,
lost. But,
defensive boxing is not a way to win a title. Sorry, it's just not.
Shevchenko made her look silly. And one of the the OG chicks at bantamweight as well, Kat Zingano, got released this week.
I read that.
Yeah.
Damn. That is one of the OGs. That's true. And she had just come back.
Yeah. But, I mean, she's lost like 4 in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
And
ever since, because she had a child and then came back, and she kind of lost a step.
Yeah.
Giving birth will do that.
It's time
it
to
changes
go.
You up. I'd like to run just a few things here. Let's see.
Does this pertain to 241 or still in the MMA news?
This is MMA jargon. Jose Aldo wants to bump down to bantamweight and fight Henry Cejudo.
Do it. Do it right now, because fucking Henry Cejudo is still trolling Valentina Shevchenko. You know,
I'd rather see that fight than him fight Amanda Nunes.
I don't want to see a man fight a woman. I don't. You know, and he's like going on and on. I want to be the first intergender champ.
Are we sure Andy Kaufman's not been fucking brought back as Henry Cejudo?
Is that who he's biting his skis, right? I mean,
absolutely.
You know, so obviously, clearly trolling. But the problem is the Henry Cejudo has the personality of a fucking couch.
Of a pedophile.
I mean, he's awkward and weird and not likable.
Yeah.
And so
he does nothing to make me like want to root for him.
So he goes to like calling out Valentina Shevchenko. It's like, no, fuck, check yourself. Jose Aldo, let's come down 135 and fight your ass.
Yeah, how about you defend those belts that you got, son?
Against some legitimate fucking fighters.
Yeah.
You know me. I can't stand fucking anybody coming out of Unio del Norte or whatever the fuck.
Nova União?
Nova União. Yeah, that's out of, fucking Brazil, out of the northern, camps that they have.
Northern reaches.
I'm not a fan of any of those idiots, but goddamn it, he fights against fucking Henry Cejudo. Guess who's going to be fucking rooting for Aldo?
The first time ever for me.
Yeah.
I kind of was. I mean, I was rooting for Jeremy Stevens in that fight with Aldo, the one where Aldo fucking decked him, and totally derailed that title run. You know,
I thought Aldo was washed up. Now watching him 2 fights in a row, now I was like, whoo, that guy still brings it. So
speaking of washed up, Antonio Bigfoot Silva signed with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Saw that one. That's I guess they're not drug testing there, huh?
That was going to be my next question. Like, I know Nowitzki ain't over there getting work done.
Yeah.
Might be like his fucking cousin Bill.
Bare knuckle fighting is one I thought would be really cool. I can't do it. Bare knuckles, what it does, it bloodies a motherfucker up. I mean, it looks like...
It might salvage your brain, but your face is going to pay the fucking expense.
To see the end results, it's gross,
that fight Chris Lieben had. I can't remember the guy he was fighting, but he fucking turned that dude in hamburger meat.
Yeah, it's
that's because you got them goddamn knuckles that will just cut like an elbow. You got 4 little elbows there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And you're not throwing full force because you'll fucking break your hand, but...
It's one of those that sounded great in theory, but, man, in practice, it's a little disturbing.
I'm glad it's an option for people that want it, though.
Sure.
You know?
No. I mean, if you're
for fighters that want to go do that,
and fans, it's like, man, UFC doesn't have enough blood for me. Well, there you go. You get plenty over there.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather see someone's face get pummeled than someone's leg get broke.
Yeah.
But they both suck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get to UFC 241.
We got actually a fucking pretty good pay-per-view on.
Dana White was actually going up and down the entire card from the Fight Pass prelims, which are also on ESPN Plus, and the prelims, which are on ESPN for some reason. And well, I know what they're doing. They're trying to get more fucking people to do the pay-per-view. I understand. It's a business move. And then the pay-per-view itself, I don't know. Just looking over the prelims, I wasn't as excited. Look, Dennis Bermudez is fine. It's fine. He's where he belongs on this card. In the prelims, I get it.
It's not Dennis.
Or
it's Manny.
Danny Bermudez. Yeah.
Manny.
Manny, he's the undefeated one, but he's fighting another dude. I think it's only got 1 loss.
Casey Kenny?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a fucking Wikipedia entry, I can't say.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, that's what makes it really hard. When Dana White's trying to sell a fight, well, the guy's a showman. He's a huckster. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's that guy with the top hat fucking saying, step right up, step this way, you motherfucker.
He can sell a fight, and that's what his job is. Man, he almost had me buying it. I thought, go fuck yourself. There's a bunch of people I've never even heard of. You're trying to make it off like these prelims are really the shit. And this is without him even getting into the main card. I'm going to watch prelims, probably. At least, they kick off, what, 6?
The ESPN prelims?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kick off at 6.
Yeah, we'll probably have it on. No problem. The question becomes then, do we want to go ahead and, do we want to go ahead and break out the wallet and watch the main card? I guess we need to go down the fights then.
Let's check out this main card.
All right.
It's opening up middleweight. Derek Brunson fighting Ian Heinisch.
See, my problem with that one is Derek Brunson's looking really sharp lately, and he's fighting against a guy that I'm a little more than a casual fan. Never heard of him.
Yeah, agreed. A dude might be making his debut.
You shouldn't be making your UFC debut on the opening fight of a main card on a pay-per-view.
I might be talking out my asshole on that, too.
Well, that's a little fucked up. And even if you're wrong, even if he's only had 1 or 2, I still think, put veterans on the main card.
Yeah, and let's keep in mind, dude's last 3 fights, he got knocked out by Jacare, got TKO'd by Adesanya, and beat an Elias Theodorou that was out the door.
But other than that, Brunson has been effective, though. I mean, he looked.
He'll knock you the fuck out.
He looked good against Theodorou. I mean, and Theodorou is a guy that was really, really elusive and hard to hit. Brunson hit him.
Yeah, but Brunson did fucking clockwork knockout style shit to him. Just Theodorou was always backing up.
Yeah,
and he backed his ass all the way out of a job.
That's exactly right.
Gabriel Benitez at featherweight fighting Sadiq Youssef.
Sadiq is that guy's buds with James Vick, which I don't.
Hopefully he doesn't train with him.
I'm not going to hold that against him, but
man, James Vick's a guy that needs to probably maybe just fucking give people his thoughts on who's going to win rather than getting there and doing it himself.
The dude's really, really solid on his Vick's picks, but generally, he's more right than wrong. But
ever since he's like, this is my time to shine, I've been ducked, and I'm going to show everybody what I can do.
I want to see Vick fight at 170 because that's his natural weight class. I want to see what he's got because I think 155. He doesn't admit it, but I think that cut's taken away a lot of his game. But
I wouldn't doubt it.
But Sadiq Youssef, we saw him last time around. Wasn't the dominating performance I was looking for, but it's certainly a really solid one. And that was, 6-7 months ago? Because I barely had heard about the guy until James Vick started really going on about him.
Because he brought him up when he was bringing up his picks for Get out of here. I'm not disabling ad blocker. Leave me be. Shaman Moraes at the Barbosa Gaethje card back in March.
Yeah. Yeah, so 6 months ago or so. Oh, well, 5. But still, Sadiq got a win there, I think. But
and this is a guy that got a job on the Contender Series. That's where we initially saw him on episode 6, season 2. That's the only season we actually watched through and through.
He's got skill. He's a skilled fighter. He's got a long way to go. See, it's another one. It's kind of weird to me that they're putting him on a pay-per-view main card.
Well, it's also because it doesn't matter who they got in these two. The 3 fights, the last 3, are what people are paying money.
And that's all they usually do. I think they could do their fans a big favor, have fucking fewer fights, but build a greater fucking main card.
They should have had Rafael Sunsound, Corey Sandhagen on that card if this is the type of people they're putting on there.
Right.
Because those are 2 notables that'll probably put on a show stealer.
Again, veterans, but oh well.
But middleweight, we got Paulo Costa fighting the old man from Cuba. Oh, flying knee supreme, fucking Yoel Romero.
Which I think is going to be probably it has the possibility of being one of the best fights on the card. We'll see how well that Yoel has aged since the last time we saw him fight,
which was Robert Whittaker in June of last. Been over a year.
Yeah. Paulo Costa. Now, didn't he lose his last outing?
Costa,
because he's like really high regarded.
Costa's undefeated.
He's undefeated in you.
Yeah,
okay.
The last 2 guys he's beaten has been Johnny Hendricks and Uriah Hall.
Man, that's not
Johnny
exactly
Hendricks and
Great.
Uriah Hall. That was back in November of 2017. The guy has not been what you call active.
Not a great
but neither
pedigree,
is Yoel.
Right.
But Yoel's 40. Fucking time off actually does him a bit of good.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Yoel came in on weight.
Right. Yeah, that's always kind of the question mark, too.
184.3, I think, was the
Oh, wow. Actually underweight, then. Yeah. Had a pound and a half to fucking play around with.
Probably wanted to show he can make that championship weight.
Sure. Well, that's the way to do it. Send a message. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it's the same Yoel that we'd had a year ago, hell yeah, man. All in on him. But
the other thing is, all of Costa's wins have been finishes.
Right.
11 knockouts and 1 sub.
Well, Yoel's dangerous as fuck, too, as long as your name's not Robert Whittaker.
Yeah, shit. The only one, Jacques Ray took him to a split. Yoel still beat him. But if that's not the case, Yoel's going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And Paulo likes to get in there and get dirty. Yoel don't mind getting a little dirty, too.
Yeah.
I got Yoel Romero fucking second round. No, it's got to be the first round.
Yeah.
Time is passing for Yoel. How old is he? 40. He's 42 now.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. We haven't seen him in over a year. We need to probably gauge where Romero is at right now.
And I think tomorrow's fight will do just that. If he fucking stomps his kid.
I'm not going to actually go by any specific round, but I think Yoel gets the win. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. 3-round fight, too. It's not a 5-round fight
Yeah.
dude's having to prepare for. And the co-main event, which if you're a Diaz fan, that's why you're buying the pay-per-view, because even if you're not a fucking Diaz fan, everyone's buying the pay-per-view to watch Anthony Pettis fight Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I almost don't want to buy it because I feel like I'll just make him right.
Well, yeah. I think it's dangerous, too, to assume that people are going to buy this fight for Nate Diaz, knowing that Daniel Cormier is kind of starting to really kind of win the crowd over him.
Right. Let's see how many fights Nate Diaz has had in the past 3 years.
Oh,
that's right. None.
Yeah.
No fights. Last time we saw him, August 2016, when he lost to Conor.
Yeah. He's, I think we'll see the highlight reel, and he'll have 2. He'll have 2 fights on the highlight reel wearing Reebok gear. Let that shit sink in.
Well, this is his last 4 fights. Lost to Conor August 2016. Beat Conor March 5th, 2016. That great performance against Michael Johnson where his boxing looked sharp as fuck. December 15th, 2015. And then he lost to RDA when he was just getting leg kicked into oblivion. That was December 13th, 2014. Dude has had 4 fights in 8.5 years.
5.5.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got my math
That's
a little
fine.
doubled up there. But it's... I mean, how's he going to do it? How's he going to beat Anthony Pettis? I hate picking Anthony Pettis.
I think... I
can't argue with Anthony Pettis at fucking 170 either.
I have no doubts. Is this fight at 170?
This is bantamweight. Or bantamweight. Fucking welterweight.
Welterweight. I have no doubt Nate is tougher. Nate's tougher by a fucking damn sight. He's a lot tougher. Skills, Man, I think Pettis has got a crazy amount of skills that Diaz does not have.
Yeah.
But it depends on how they go to the ground. I think if Nate has got top control, it's a bad day for Pettis.
Right.
But if Pettis is able to get top control, I think he's got Nate. I think he's got him.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Pettis was on his back in the Ferguson fight, the fight was over.
Yeah.
I mean, it got called at the end of the second round. Now, but is Nate Diaz going to check any leg kicks in this fight, you think?
Well, why should he start now?
He never has. So I think Pettis is going to chomp him down like a fucking tree.
Yeah.
He's got the length to do it. Diaz is lengthy in the arms, but not in the legs.
Yeah, and Diaz is going to have the reach overall. Don't buy that. Don't let that convince you otherwise. I think that Pettis has got a crazy ability to close distance.
Yeah, he's got him by 3.5 inches.
Very deceptively. I think Pettis has got a weird way of being able to close that distance. He beat fucking Stephen Thompson and made
that
Thompson look
Superman
like he was
punch off the cage.
well, and Thompson had him by 5 inches, I think. I mean, it was a pretty disparate fucking number of values there on numbers.
And Pettis was kind of getting his ears boxed
a little
too.
bit, but he's able to close that distance and look really sharp. So,
I'm going Pettis. I'm picking Pettis because I don't like Nate Diaz as a fighter. As a human being, I'm sure he's fine.
No. I think as a human being, I think it's fucking horrible. But I'm not. I've never been a fan of Pettis. I got Diaz. I guess. Just to fucking pick opposite of you to have something to talk about. I guess.
Have something to root for.
God,
I
because
think,
if you think I'm going to be rooting for Nate Diaz, go fuck yourself. Because, I mean, it's not going to happen.
and we might be different on the main event, which is, of course, fucking Daniel Cormier defending that heavyweight title, which still has the old school UFC look to it.
Yeah.
I like how they make those motherfuckers still rock those until they win or defend to get the new one.
Sure.
Defending against Stipe, who Stipe has not fought since that fight. He
Right.
held out for this fight, and he got it.
Yeah.
But he only got it because the Brock Lesnar fight fell through.
Yeah, the promotion, I think, was going to try to figure out a way to really keep Stipe from being able to get a rematch, which is fucked. I really think, look, and I get it. I get the argument that, hey, man, DC finished him. You shouldn't get finished as a champ. Hey, man, DC's a solid goddamn fighter. You tell me people at the heavyweight division that don't get finished here and there anyway.
Dude defended the belt 3 times.
Right.
And no one's done that.
Nobody.
Because no one's been able to hold on to that motherfucker that long.
Right. I think the promotion did him dirty, and I think Stipe realizes it, and I think Stipe...
I don't think the promotion did him dirty. I think Cormier did him dirty. Because after that Derek Lewis fight, fucking Cormier's like, I'm taking a break.
No,
see you motherfuckers later.
Let's not forget, they had Brock Lesnar ringside in case Stipe lost, so that way they could already start trying to push that pay-per-view.
That's when they were banking on something that ended up fucking not even happening.
That's the promotion sticking their goddamn nose in something they shouldn't be doing. So, I think out of spite, I got Stipe.
Because I can't pick Cormier, I got Stipe.
Well, okay.
I just can't do it, man.
No, would it surprise me if Cormier wins? No, not at all.
Because that's what the fucking guy does.
Yeah.
I've never picked Cormier to win anything ever, never. I've never picked him to win. I was only right twice. And that was when Jon Jones beat him both times.
Well, and the badgering is weird, because I'm clearly, DC knows what the game is. It's shit talk, and he's great at it, you know. Except against Jon Jones. Jon Jones fucking owns him in so many ways. But
yeah, he's not great at shit talking overall, but with Daniel Cormier, he is.
He's talking about, Stipe. He's like, I don't know, his feelings, after that fight, and blah, 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 blah. And Stipe's fucking right. He came right back, said, yeah, well, Daniel fucking cried on national TV.
Yeah, I'm nobody's talking about my feelings. That guy cried in front of millions of people.
Let's not forget that. I don't know how many dudes I have seen weep openly.
Now, would that be Stipe being mean because Daniel was clearly probably half concussed?
I don't think so.
I'd be crying too.
I mean, I think that's Stipe going, oh, really? You want to fuck on me, huh?
Goddamn, let's get to our professional picks.
All right. What you drinking this week?
I'm going to have me a shot of that goddamn High West.
Yeah, High West Rendezvous Rye. It's not a bad way to go. I'm I think I'm going to save the mead for tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a shot of a little Stolshania here in a moment.
Oh, the Strovia.
Yeah.
Let's see, metal. I'm fucking going with a little bit of... I'm going to go with Zed. I was listening to that goddamn Chicken album at work Tuesday
That's
night.
actually not a bad fucking jam.
Yeah.
That's-
I just I was like, God, I want to see that album artwork again because that's such a cool cock. You know what I mean?
Anything that's got a fucking rooster on it, you got me. I'm gonna go Metallica Hardwired this week.
Ooh, fancy
Little
boy.
revisit, yeah. Fights, man.
What do you think happens tomorrow that probably won't, but it might?
I think, man. I think we have like a real like a 15-second flash knockout by Yoel on Paulo Costa.
You think it comes via the fist or the knees?
I think a big uppercut, a weird like fucking Francis Ngannou versus who's that kickboxer out of the Netherlands? When he bugged his Alistair over him.
Yeah, Reem.
I think we get one of those. I think we get one of
just
those
a head rocker.
real early.
The head rocker. Oof. Scary thing is, Yoel can do it with his fists and he can do it with his knees.
Yeah.
We've seen him do it before, Chris Weidman. I think...
Colombia or Cuba. Cuba is not Brazil, my friend.
I think Nate Diaz is going to land a fucking twister in the second round.
Yeah, well...
But the buzzer's going to sound before he can cinch it in.
Shit.
And that's all people are going to talk about.
God damn it. Yeah, people will. They won't shut the fuck up about it. That's the problem.
Yeah, we don't know anybody that never talks about no twister.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it for us today. Go drink something you enjoy. Be with the people you like. Fucking listen to music you fucking dig.
Yeah. Thanks, LJ. Thanks, Braxton as well.
And, hey, man, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I always think of Total Recall when I hear 2 weeks.
We'll be back next week to do it all over again, though. So, hey, man, get out and enjoy yourself. Fucking look out for this oppressive heat if you're in the Southwest.
That's right.
We'll see you dicks next week, huh?
Let's go get drunk.